Ernest Jones, I've got a celebrity fan who just sat down here. I think you would. Joel McHale, would you like to say something to a Super Bowl champion that you root for, Joel?
I'm speechless, and that never happens. And I can't believe I cannot believe I'm. You can even see me, Ernest Jones the fourth. Thank you for what you've done. Thank you for those 11 tackles. That was a masterpiece on Sunday. My Lord, what a season. Thank you. My gosh, I'm going to cry.
This is awesome.
Of course. Whew. Thank you for having us. Thank y'all, man. It's been big to do this for the 12s, to do this for the fans in the city. Man, it's everything.
Are you going to be at the parade?
In it, at it, whatever, I'm going to be there.
How many hours of sleep have you had since Saturday night?
Honestly, Saturday night. Okay, that's a good one.
That's a great one. Because I'd imagine you're sitting there, you got one more sleep, you're wondering what's going on.
8, 9, 10 hours in. Like I slept good on the plane, and then we didn't do much last night. So I'm going to enjoy tomorrow, though. I'll say that. Did
you go to bed on Sunday night by the time, because you went to Disneyland? Was there any sleep?
No, I definitely went to sleep. I was up to about 3, 4 in the morning, and then I turned it over.
Did you ride on the Matterhorn, or did you go on any roller coasters? Because you were like, this is good for my head right now.
This isn't good for me.
Okay, very good.
I
love it. You don't have any questions about the actual game itself. Because I guess there's nothing to ask about it, right?
Look, there hasn't been any analysis of the game since it was on. I'm waiting for
it. So where are you in the parade? Walk me through what you already know about what it is and what you're going to do, Ernest.
They just told us to show up here tomorrow at 8. So I'll show up here tomorrow with everything needed for a Super Bowl parade.
What is needed? What do you bring? What does one bring?
You bring some goggles. Okay. You got to make sure there's water on deck because of course, you're drinking things other than water.
Milkshakes.
That's true.
But
Seattle's best coffee.
Okay. Goggles, water.
Yes. Water,
okay.
Food beforehand, and then just bring good vibes.
You got gear? You got something picked out? Something?
I do. I'm hoping I got a shirt made. Hopefully it comes through. I won't spill it right now, but hopefully I can get this shirt made in time for tomorrow.
Does it say Puka's a goofy ass on the front? Is that what it says?
That was so great.
It does have something to do with my quarterback, though.
Okay. Does it have to do with the soundbite that we played earlier?
Maybe you may be working on something.
Okay.
Did you see Coach McDonald on Kimmel last night?
I didn't.
He did great.
Did he?
It was great.
Okay.
It was really great.
You're so
it was way better than your show. No, wait, I'm kidding. You're terrific, Rich.
I got it.
You are amazing.
Yeah, does Kimmel hook you up with a Super Bowl champion?
You know what? You're right.
You see what I'm saying?
You are right.
Come on now.
You win. You win. You win.
Ernest, he just came at the quarterback here. Do you got something you want to say to him that's safe for work?
Listen, stay off my guy.
That's it.
I wouldn't use those words, but honestly, my grandfather is so upset that he has to turn on the TV and he sees that F.U. He doesn't care for it too much.
Okay.
Just keep going. 11 tackles, Grandpa. 11 tackles.
I love it. Ernest, thanks for the time, sir. Congratulations. Enjoy the parade. I can't wait to see the shirt. If I can get, I'm a size large. If you, a size large.
It's in double X for him.
That's
now.
it. No. Yeah, after a Super Bowl week. Absolutely.
But for real, I brought my 17-year-old son to that game, and we wept like babies at the end of that game. And thank you for, my gosh, you brought it back.
Of course.
So thanks for bringing it back to Seattle.
Thank you. Where it belongs.
Thanks again, Ernest. Take care of yourself. Obviously the goal is to repeat and celebrate in the Rams locker room like you celebrated in the Niners locker room, right, Ernest?
That'd be something, huh?
Wouldn't it be? Wouldn't that be perfect for you?
I think, the 49ers have to tear down that stadium now.
Do the 49ers need to at least replace the carpets in their locker room, Ernest?
Yeah, carpets, maybe redo the lockers a little bit, do a little something.
Okay. All right. To be respectful. Thanks again for the time, Ernest.
Thanks
again, man.
Ernest Jones.
Ernest Jones the fourth right here.
Rich Eisen. Nice
what else can I do?
My Lord, it's great to see you.
in support of animal control, currently in season 4, Thursdays, 9 p.m. Eastern on Fox. Mr. 12 himself wearing JSN's number 11, Joel McHale. Good to see you, Joel McHale.
Yes, nice to see you.
He is here.
My gosh, thank you. I was like, this is the feeling that I've had every time I wake up. I'm like, I feel great.
This is awesome. Before the radio audience returns, let's sneak in a clip of your funny show.
Oh, thank you.
I don't believe because I saw it before. Gronk is in this clip of you and the rest of the cast of Animal Control on Fox.
He did great. That's the second time he's been on.
No kidding.
And he knows all his lines.
Hey.
And he nails them. And so he's
I guess I shouldn't say that. Be surprised that he reads his lines.
Yeah, I know. It seems like what all actors should just do. You'd be surprised how often it does not happen.
I'm one step away from the Nikki Glazer joke from the Brady roast. Like me, no, I'll read my lines, all that business. But we had Gronk on at the Super. He's just a sweetheart, man.
Yeah, and he told me after we lost to the 49ers in the season opener.
Yes,
I saw. That's when we shot that scene.
Yes.
And he was like, here's the good news. The 49ers are not as good as they think they are, and the Seahawks are way better than they think they are.
He said that after week one?
Week one, he goes, you'll see. And I was like, okay. And he was right. He was like, they're way better than you think.
Damn.
Yeah. Or than people think. And so I always knew they were going to, but
right.
Yeah, and then of course, as I went to all 3 losses, and
well, at least you could say that's just the only number of losses.
Yeah,
unbelievable, man.
It was. Yeah, he called it. It was good.
Gronk, Nostra Gronkus.
Yeah,
how about that?
And slightly talented athlete.
He's indeed.
A dear man. Thank you, Gronk, for coming on the show.
Animal Control airs Thursdays, 9 p.m. Eastern on Fox.
On Fox. Next day on Hulu and on Netflix.
Ladies and gentlemen, our radio audience is now returned on ESPN2, the
Welcome
ESPN
back.
app, Disney+. Welcome back, everybody. Joel McHale here on the Rich Eisen Show. Did you know that I was going to hook you up with
No. Here, the
Jones?
Producer came in and was like,
do you want to talk to him?
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, of course. But then I don't get starstruck very much. But when I meet Seahawks, I don't know what to say. I'm not kidding. It's only only with athletes, I think, when I'm like, and like I saw like Jim Zorn at the thing, and I'm always like, hi, Jim. I'm not Kurt Warner from not the other wonderful Kurt Warner,
spelled with a C.
Yeah, from I was always like,
yeah.
14, you were incredible. Yeah, and then he gave me his number.
Did he really?
And I'm like, this is the worst decision you've ever made. I'm just going to be sending you clips. So that's the only time I was like, I don't know what to say.
Now, you mentioned it. You referenced it to Ernest Jones. You brought your son to the game?
Mm-hmm. Yes, we were.
So you have instilled your son into the Seahawks fandom? Is what?
Yeah,
since birth, pretty much. That's it.
Since birth, and when we went to the Super Bowl against the Broncos, we had dressed. They were tiny. We were dressing them up.
Yeah.
And Sarah and I went to that one, and that was great. And so it's been, thank God, the Seahawks have been very good for most of his life, because that famous clip of the kid from walking out of a Jets game.
Yeah.
Was
well, he said, I hate this team.
And he's like, why? Well, I didn't ask for any of this. And so, yeah, that kid, he should go into broadcasting. But yeah, My son and I were sitting there. I mean, we were crying, and it was just, it was, I was like, I'll never forget that.
Yeah, I mean, my 14-year-old son was at the game. You know Susie as well. And because he's a diehard Patriot fan.
Oh, my Lord.
Because Susie's the Patriot fan. And I said to him after that kid's video went viral, and he's like, go ahead, you can hit it, Mike.
I hate this team.
We have that as a drop, ready to be dropped anytime that it is appropriate. I told him, I'm like, listen, man, one of the greatest things I've ever done for you in your life was I did not demand you start following the New York Jets and try and instill that in you. And you're sitting here at the Super Bowl for it. And so how long did you stay? You stayed for the confetti and the whole thing? Or?
Oh, we were there, yes, for hours.
No kidding.
And then we went to the party.
Oh, you did?
Afterwards.
What was that like? What was that?
Ludacris played. It was great. And the team showed up. Mike McDonald, I watched him hug his parents.
Dude.
And I was like, I can't. And I kept saying to my son, I was like, do you have any idea how lucky you are? And and then my older brother worked for the Seahawks. He's one of their electricians. So he was there. So
are you serious?
Yeah.
He still does, or he did back in the day?
He does right now.
What does he do for him?
He's an electrician. So he helps fix Lumen Field and gets that all going. And,
okay.
And works for he fixes all their stuff and makes sure there's no arc flashes or they accidentally electrocute themselves.
He's got a crucial role.
Oh, yeah. There is a thing when I'll talk to him at the end of the day. I was like, how was your day? And he goes, I tried not to blow myself up. And I was like, what did you do, Joel? I'm like, I wrote a fart joke and tested it out. But so it was this great. We were there till like 1 a.m. and it was,
oh man,
yeah. And then we hopped back on a flight, and Isaac, my younger son, was back at school, so it was, yeah. You know these when it works,
yes.
when it's your Jets have never.
That's correct.
It's 68, 69?
69. It was Joe Willie Namath won it all.
You were what,
in
graduate school?
Good one.
Oh, sorry.
That's a good one. I appreciate that. No, I was not yet born. I was a twinkle. It was at that point in time. And again, it's funny because I guess this is a tradition. After the Seahawks win a Super Bowl, I've got to see you within 24 to 48 hours. Because I was basically almost stuck in an airport with you and your wife.
Yes.
The day after the Super Bowl.
Can we talk about that?
Go for it. I'll give you the floor on that if you'd like to.
Well, there was a famous actor there, and in the lounge. We had a great time in the lounge.
We're sitting there just having cheese cubes.
They were de-icing the plane.
They were.
And
we were waiting.
And then, his wife
ripped him a new one.
Was yelling and kept calling for Chardonnay, and it was flowing.
And we were sitting there saying, what do we do?
We were like,
what do we do? What do we do? We just say, grab another Ritz cracker and take another cheese cube and eat it.
So Rich intervened, which I thought was inappropriate. And so I guess, I won't.
This actor's name rhymes with.
We can't do it.
No, you can't.
No, it would be.
I would. You're the actor here.
True. Thank you.
So it's up to you whether you want to.
It rhymes with Rob Gronkowski, my favorite actor. We can't. Yeah. I will say, when we're sitting there watching the Super Bowl and when I hear people like, game's boring the first half, like you heard that, and I was like, every second, every moment is tense. And it is like, it's all, it's just like it's like the World Series, like that's Game 7 where you're like every step,
Correct, because I was, trying to keep the spirits up of a 14-year-old to my left who thought every single snap was the end of the Patriots season. Yeah. And I'm like, dude, it's 6-0. One touchdown, one throw, one Keyshawn Boutte one-handed grab of just like, let's just throwing up for grabs and touchdown, and you're winning. You're leading this game. The last 2 playoff wins featured the opposing quarterback making an incredible boneheaded decision deep in his own end to flip the entire script. Yeah. I'm like, and Sam Darnold has had that in him, but that guy never showed.
His game management was brilliant. But it was like tiny chess pieces moving for that first half. It was stressful, and like
I don't blame you, because it definitely was. I understand from a Patriot point of view, it felt desperate from jump. Yeah, but it was it for a Seahawk perspective. I imagine it was like, this is going well. This is going really well. It's against the Patriots in the Super Bowl, and the last time I felt things were going well against the Patriots in the Super Bowl, the worst gut punch of gut punches that could ever be conjured up by the football gods happened.
Real PTSD.
Did I express your feelings properly?
Perfectly. Mm-hmm. And so every inch, every little bit. So like every time we were kicking, I was like, we can just keep kicking field goals. Right. Let's just stop on 3rd down and just kick another field goal. We're doing great. Because Jason Myers was a kicker, and obviously Dixon
he was great too. The coffin corner punt that kind of stunted some of
best punter in the history of the NFL.
I love it. And by the way, Jason Myers outscored the Patriots 17-13. So just his points alone would have been a 4-point win. Oh, wouldn't have covered though, right? Jason Myers did not cover.
Jason Myers did not.
When they the other 52, he did. Yes.
When they pulled out the fact, they're like, oh, Patriots haven't scored because they didn't score till the 4th quarter.
Correct.
And I was like, the Seattle sections, we were not thinking of that. We were just like, we have to. I was like, we got to keep going. We got to just get this thing.
19-7. A little nervous?
Yes. Little nervous. Yeah, I was.
We couldn't do anything in that game.
Yeah, anything could happen. But then, like when I saw Julian Love afterwards, And I saw him afterwards. Yes.
Nice.
But I saw him interviewed, and I did see him afterwards. He was just a nice man and really gracious. I can't believe it. But he was like, no, we knew during the first quarter that we had him. I was like, oh, then when you look back, I'm like, oh, they did. It was.
I know.
And I was like, what a freaking performance.
I mean, well, I'll tell you, 19-0, that half streaker comes on the field. Okay, stops the game.
Yeah.
And then the security guard, did you see the security guard slipped and fell like 3 times, like a pratfall, like a Benny Hill open.
So I think he blew his hamstring out.
Something happened because he couldn't get up.
He couldn't get off the field. It was
I'm telling you, it was one of the weirdest things. I turned to Susie and I said, if the Patriots come back and win this game, it'll be called the streaker game, and they're going to find that guy and build a statue of that guy in Boston. And then 2 passes later, Mac Hollins is in the end zone to make it 19-7. And Susie looked at me like, what the hell just happened?
Genie.
And then they got the ball back. Yeah. It did look good for you because Marcus Jones called for a fair catch, didn't grab it, and then the ball wound up again with Michael Dixon doing his magic inside the 5. And then you got further down the field. That's when Julian Love stepped in.
That's when,
but in those moments, you had to sit there and go, it's happening.
I thought, oh no, I literally was like, you got to be kidding me. It's going well. And the streaker, whatever, I don't know what he was
thinking.
But I was like, if you're going to streak, get fully naked.
Yeah, do it. Like,
Come on. Don't just go shirtless. Then you just look like a guy who's maybe at a resort or something.
Yes.
But apparently there was 2 of them.
I didn't know that.
And one was stopped very early on. That's what I was told.
I didn't know that.
And that dude, I mean, as everyone said, obviously they don't show it on TV, but very athletic.
He had escapability. There were 4 blue-shirted security guards that I thought had him, and then he got out the gate, and Kyle Williams said, not today. And that's when a Patriot chased him down and ended it.
We should have signed the guy. He was good moves. We needed him.
Then he had something painted on him. Did he?
Something. It was a message, whatever. But you're right. He didn't commit. I didn't even think about that. You're right. That's a good take.
Come on.
You're full of streaker takes, huh?
Yeah, I was like, the 70s really proved that streaking was an art, and I know they clamped down but come on, if you're going to get out there.
Dude.
And that it was like I said, that poor, I hope, do we have an update
on what?
On the security guard?
I don't know, but that was the wildest part of it because it was over, streaker out, and then everybody gets ready to play again. And I'm telling you, the security guard kept falling and then falling and falling. Like I thought it was another bit.
Yeah.
I thought
he might have blown out his Achilles.
It didn't look good for him.
Because it's one of those things where he thought, I'm fine, and then it just collapsed and had to be taken off the field.
So Joel McHale here on the
and then he was sacrificed, which I thought was horrible.
Oh my God!
I'm sorry. Are we taking a break?
No, not at all. That when I talk to fans, diehards of a team that is performing better than they think, and then go even further and winning it all, they have got a certain sense about what they love about the team, just this iteration of it. So what do you love about this 2025 Seahawk team outside of, obviously.
Oh, like uniform design? I think they're nailing it. I do think we have.
The old school Chuck Knox era stuff. I thought they should have worn that in Super Bowl 60, man. That would have been amazing.
I don't know if there's, other than the kind of hot lime green.
Yes, sir.
Which are fine. We can be spotted from space. But yeah, I think our uniforms are better than anyone's. So.
You've got a great uniform.
We really do. This team, boy, it is. I didn't realize all that dark side stuff that they were like, we're going dark side. And then I was like, oh, that we have that too? Good, we have that. We got Legion of Boom. Yep. We have dark side. Great. But I know that like Mike McDonald obviously created and John Schneider created this culture that they seem like the nicest guys. And then I ran into Matthew Lillard at the pre-party, name drop, Scream 7 coming out on February 27th. And he was like, his wife was like, we went to one of the practices and she was like, they were all so kind to us. They were all so cool. No one was, and there doesn't seem to be any as we were talking earlier, any insane people, and they they just seem really kind, and they got each other's backs, just like Ernest Jones did for Sam Darnold. And it seems it's just like this little bit of magic that, and I think that, with Mike McDonald saying he doesn't care who they, doesn't care who they play. And I was like, yeah, that's that. And our children, there's Schneider, one nice man. I still haven't met Mike McDonald. Never met him. I'm excited to.
Okay.
If I ever get a chance.
That up.
And when he was looking around, like right after he shook the hand of Vrabel and just kind of looked around, I was like, wow, what a wonderful.
It hit him.
I'm going to cry again. See, it's happening again, guys. But it seems, I know that the conversation starts so fast with analysts where they're 10 minutes after, they're like, yeah, but what are they going to do next year?
Right, I know.
And I was like,
I know.
This moment is, it's really the amount of joy that it gives Seattle and is just, it's crazy. I know that there's so many people tuning out right now.
No, not at all.
Seattle
Again, Joel, you're giving voice to not only everybody that roots for Seattle, but 31 other fan bases want to feel like you too.
Yeah,
they want to have
great.
A moment. There's so many people.
It's great.
You can confirm.
It's great. And because I grew up in a time in Seattle when in the 70s when we first moved there, where it literally said, "Would the last person in Seattle please turn the lights out?"
Yes.
Because it was during the OPEC thing, and Weyerhaeuser and Boeing were down, and then Seattle slowly started making its way culturally and made its own music, and then of course Microsoft, Amazon, Nintendo, Starbucks, and all that started coming. Bruce Lee, thank you, and then of course most recently we invented pickleball. So it's gone well, and we did invent pickleball, Bainbridge Island. So did you know that?
Did you know
Fun
that,
fact.
Chris?
I did not.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you know?
I did not.
I came to LA 24 years ago, and I'd be like, "You guys want to play pickleball?" And people looked at me
I'm like, what?
like it was some sort of weird innuendo, and then now it's being banned because of that
The
little
noises?
tinking noise.
Yeah. Same thing with the Waymos making noise when they get charged up. You know
So
what I mean?
when do you guys sleep?
Never.
When
By the way, Ernest Jones got me beat. 8 hours over the last 3 days.
Yeah, that
I would love 8
hours.
hours.
Rich, when you, I have another question for you.
Yes.
So because I watched the show, guys, and when you're like, okay, see, here we go with the Seahawks fan, like you're like, I know I said this earlier because it seemed like which fan base comes down the hardest on you? Like gives you more crap.
Seahawks have been pretty tough this year.
No, listen, because I have every right to sit here and say a 10-win team that missed the playoffs last year with Sam Darnold coming in, I do need to see more of it. I needed to see more of it. I thought the Rams were the best team in the NFL for much of the year. Stafford was clearly the MVP of the league, and the way that he performed against this defense that is generationally great, I think proved that my vote correct. But the minute I started giving due was after the Rams game.
All right.
And in week 16, and Mike McDonald came on the show. I'll say hi to him for you the next time.
I might go to the parade. So,
but no, they gave me some grief.
Are we the most vocal, or is it just
no?
Steelers fans.
Steelers fans give me crap for caping for Tomlin.
49ers
fans sometimes. Jaguars fans when I throw a commercial break when they're on the clock in the draft and I have nothing to do with that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
but it's all good. Fan is the root of fanatic, sir. So I get it.
And do you guys think Charbonnet will be okay for next year?
I hope so.
He also was. He doesn't get mentioned enough that how much he can now. Obviously he couldn't play. So, but yeah. Hopefully.
Let's talk about your stuff before you have to go.
I'm not leaving.
I've been told you have to.
You remember when I hosted this thing a few years ago?
First year.
I still feel bad about swinging the golf club. And I'm like, what was I thinking?
It's great.
I sound like an insane person, so I apologize.
You can do this again whenever you want. And Animal Control Thursdays at 9 p.m. on Fox.
On Fox.
I love the cones, man.
That was because we all had worms. So, it had nothing to do with the show.
I just didn't know that you had a scab on your knee that you didn't want to bite it.
Chasing a
Scream
naked guy.
7, you just referenced it. Scream 7 mentioned Matthew Lillard.
Yes.
Who's probably also on Cloud 9 right now.
Oh, my gosh. And a very kind man.
Yeah, he was here in this chair about 6 weeks ago.
Oh.
So that's coming out, Scream 7. That's pretty cool.
Then you're going to have to watch the 1% Club on Fox, guys, in April.
Okay.
Which is puzzles.
House of Villains premieres.
House of Villains starts next week. on Peacock.
You are the host.
Yes.
It's odd that Fox is giving you shows. When do they ever give you shows?
Right. Well, that's Peacock. Well,
I understand that.
But thank God, Fox. Thank you, Fox, for letting me
Fox
be on the
loves
air.
you. Joel McHale, man.
I have a good time. I love it.
Dude,
look at this makeup. It's I get hair and makeup. It's great.
What was the craziest thing on Talk Soup in the history of Talk Soup?
I think when
for you,
Danny Bonaducci came on, and he was sober, but because he was on the show, did a lot of martial arts stuff, and so he was like, I want to come on the show and break a board over my head, and we're like, okay, that's great. And then this seems safe. And there was a time, folks, when their basic cable, you could just do anything.
Right.
There was no rules. Yeah. And he brought the board himself.
Oh, see, BYOB.
Which was smart. Like, you don't get someone else's board.
You're not just going to show up. The E channel's going to be in charge of the board. You're smashing your head.
And it was a solid 2x4.
Okay.
And the first time I hit him over the head with it, it didn't break.
Oh, wait a minute. I thought
I hit him, and then
hit him with wait a minute.
And he was like, I want you to break it over my head, over the top of my head. And I hit him, it didn't break. And then he was like, hit me again. And then it did break, but he was clearly dazed. And
blue tent. If there was a blue tent on the soup,
he was so concussed.
You'd have been in the blue tent.
It was, and to his great credit, he stayed on camera. But I was like, I think we've injured him, or I have. I guess I could be sued, but that popped into mind as like, wow, he really went for it, and it worked. I remember Tila Tequila came on. We gave her Artist of the Year, and I said, I will. I'm sorry that we never gave it to you. Artist of the Year.
That is so funny.
And I wore a hazmat suit to give her the award. I handed it to her with tongs because I didn't want to, and she agreed to all of it. And then I remember we had the cast of Mad Men on, and then LeVar Burton was also available.
Okay.
And then we were like, we'll just have you all on. And then he improvised it, like the cast introduced themselves, and then LeVar Burton goes, I'm the redhead. And it was so funny.
Ham was part of it?
Ham was not. No, okay. Ham was not there. Okay. He was busy receiving many awards.
I'm sure
at the time. But
okay.
The creator was that. Yeah, it was great. So wacky. Dude. Oh, I think also when Eminem wanted to be on the show, that was really. I was like, wait, Eminem watches. Also an incredible NFL analyst.
Yes,
Eminem is, and I was like, what a weird thing,
dude. It was an incredible run, and I always enjoyed.
Way back when it's been off the air for 10 years.
Has that really been?
Yeah, it's more.
You must have people who bring it up to you all the time, though. Still, no?
Yeah, okay. Those that are still alive.
Okay, right. I'm glad that I was alive enough to bring you on.
Look at us. And Rich, I know you don't hear that. I mean, you are one of the greatest. Okay, I'm not trying to buy back. It's just like, there's nobody that has been around as doing what you've been doing for as well as you've done it for this long. All right, stop. I'm stopping that.
Look, are you still drunk from the Super Bowl?
I'm not
Look
trying
at you.
Yeah,
I'll take it
so
all.
Excited.
No, I feel the same way about you, Joe.
You were your selection of vocabulary alone is. Yesterday you were like marauded.
Yes, they marauded,
and I was like, good one.
Dude, I was like, I described your defense.
That was like a perfect. I was like, that's it.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Syntax and all. Animal Control airs Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern on Fox, currently in Season 4. Season 3 of House of Villains premieres February 26th on Peacock. And Scream 7, available in theaters, the new Paramount film. That'll be a nationwide release on the final Friday of this month.
Only in
February
theaters.
27th. Only in theaters. Great to see you, Joel McHale.
Thank you for having me. Go Hawks.
Go Hawks indeed.
See
Hawks. Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.